Are you tired of feeling exhausted? Does the man in the mirror seem resigned? When you wake up in the morning, do you feel like you're already behind before the day even begins? If you're nodding your head, I need you to listen closely, because what I'm about to share could change everything. I've been working in men's health for over 12 years, and I've seen thousands of men over 60 transform their energy, vitality, and confidence. Not with expensive treatments, but with 4 simple, scientifically proven vitamins that most doctors never talk about. Today, on my wellness roots journey, I'm going to reveal why these 4 vitamins could be the difference between feeling like you're fading away and feeling like the energetic, confident man you once were. Before we dive in, let's take a moment. If you value your health, please like and subscribe to our Wellness Roots Journey channel. Leave a comment or question below, I'd really appreciate it. And here's something that might surprise you: the fatigue, the brain fog, the loss of intimacy you're experiencing. This isn't just normal aging. Much of what you're feeling is your body desperately calling for 4 specific nutrients that our ability to absorb drastically declines as we age. I'm going to show you 4 specific vitamins that research shows can boost energy, improve performance, and enhance overall vitality. More importantly, I'll explain why your doctor probably hasn't told you about this connection, along with the exact dosage, timing, and source you need to see real results. Let's start with vitamin number 1, vitamin D3, the foundation of your manhood. Most people think of D3 only for preventing fractures, but that's like saying your smartphone is only for telling the time. Vitamin D3 is actually a hormone precursor that affects over 200 different biological processes in your body. What really caught my attention when I researched this connection was this: in multiple studies involving thousands of men, those with vitamin D levels above 30 nanograms per milliliter had hormone levels 25% to 30% higher than those with lower levels. Even more interesting, when researchers supplemented deficient men with D3 for a year, their hormone levels increased by an average of 25%. The connection goes deeper than hormone production. Vitamin D3 receptors are found throughout your cardiovascular system, in muscle tissue, in your brain, and throughout your body. Adequate D3 levels are important for maintaining healthy blood flow, muscle strength, cognitive function, and overall vitality. A groundbreaking study that followed more than 3,000 men for 5 years found that those with optimal D3 levels were 40% less likely to develop circulatory problems than those who were deficient. But here's the shocking fact: more than 80% of men over 60 are deficient in vitamin D, even those who live in sunny climates. This happens because as we age, our skin loses up to 75% of its ability to synthesize D3 from sunlight. Plus, most of us spend most of our time indoors. So what's the solution? Start by getting a 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test. Don't settle for normal levels from a lab, as research shows that optimal levels for hormone, immune, and cardiovascular function are between 40 and 60 nanograms per milliliter. As for supplementation, most men over 60 need between 2,000 and 4,000 international units, IU, per day for optimal levels. The most important part: vitamin D3 is fat-soluble. Taking D3 on an empty stomach with water is like trying to dissolve oil in water. It won't work. Take D3 with a meal that contains healthy fats, like eggs cooked with butter, a handful of nuts, avocado, or olive oil. This simple change can double or triple your absorption rate. Vitamin number 2 is the missing piece in your energy puzzle: B12, the energy molecule. This deficiency is so common in men over 60 that some researchers call it a hidden epidemic. B12 is absolutely essential for energy production at the cellular level. Every cell in your body needs B12 to convert the food you eat into usable energy. Without enough B12, it's like trying to start a car with a weak battery. The problem is, starting around age 50, your body's ability to absorb B12 from food begins to decline significantly. This happens because the stomach begins to produce less intrinsic factor, a protein needed for B12 absorption. By age 60, some men have lost up to 50% of their ability to absorb B12 from food sources. Symptoms of B12 deficiency develop so gradually that they're often dismissed as normal aging: profound fatigue that doesn't improve with rest, mental fog that dulls your focus, mood swings, and a noticeable decline in vitality. One study of 300 men over 60 found that those with low B12 levels were 3 times more likely to have circulatory problems. But here's the interesting thing, when men with low B12 levels were supplemented, 75% showed improved energy within 4 weeks. The solution for men over 60, I typically recommend 500 to 1000 micrograms a day. Look for methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin on supplement labels. These are the active forms your body can use right away, no conversion required. The third vitamin that can revolutionize how you feel and perform is vitamin C, the circulatory protector. I guarantee you don't know all the things this nutrient does for male vitality. When it comes to energy, circulation, and performance, vitamin C is an absolute cornerstone. First, it's needed to produce collagen, the protein that keeps your blood vessels flexible and strong. Think of collagen as the rubber in a garden hose. Without enough, your blood vessels become stiff and less able to deliver blood to where you need it most. Second, vitamin C is one of the most powerful antioxidants in your body. It protects your blood vessels from damage that accumulates over decades. Third, and this is the big one that most men don't know, vitamin C is absolutely essential for the production of nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is like your body's natural circulation booster. It signals your blood vessels to relax and widen, significantly increasing blood flow to your muscles, brain, and throughout your body. Without enough vitamin C, your body simply can't produce enough nitric oxide. One study found that men who took 1000 milligrams of vitamin C daily improved their circulation scores by 40% in just 8 weeks. What's more, vitamin C also helps normalize cortisol levels, indirectly supporting healthy hormone balance. The solution: most men over 60 should aim for 1000 to 2000 milligrams per day. Important tip: your body can only absorb about 200 milligrams at a time. It is better to divide the dose, for example 300 to 400 milligrams 3 times daily with meals. And now for the fourth vitamin that most men have never heard of, but which may be the most important for your long-term health, vitality, and performance, vitamin K2, specifically the 7 Malawian Quachas form. Vitamin K2 is crucial for directing calcium to the right places in the body and keeping it away from where it shouldn't be. Why is this important for men over 60? As we age, calcium begins to build up in our arteries, making them stiff and less flexible. This hardening of the arteries, called arterial calcification, is one of the main causes of poor circulation, low energy, and high blood pressure. Vitamin K2 acts as a sophisticated traffic cop, making sure calcium goes into your bones, where it's needed for strength, and away from your arteries. A landmark study that followed 4,800 men for 7 years found that those with the highest K2 intake were 50% less likely to develop severe arterial calcification than those with the lowest intake. By keeping your arteries flexible and healthy, vitamin K2 helps maintain the blood flow necessary for strong, reliable function throughout your body. The challenge is that K2 is rare in the modern Western diet. The richest source is a Japanese fermented soybean product called natto, but let's be realistic about how often you eat natto. Supplementation solution: I recommend 100 to 200 micrograms per day in the form of 7 Malawian Quachas. Like D3, K2 is fat-soluble, so take it with a meal containing healthy fats for optimal absorption. Safety note: if you are taking blood thinners like warfarin, consult your doctor before supplementing K2. Now, I'm going to share some advanced strategies that can dramatically improve your results with these 4 vitamins, because timing matters. Take vitamins D3 and K2 together with your largest meal of the day, usually dinner, as this meal typically contains the most fat, optimizing absorption. Take B12 first thing in the morning on an empty stomach if you're taking the sublingual form, which maximizes absorption. And vitamin C? Split it into 2 or 3 doses throughout the day, with meals. For example, if you take 1,500 milligrams daily, split it into 500 milligrams with breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Second is the initial testing. For vitamin D, you want levels between 40 and 60 nanograms/milliliter. For B12, the optimal level is above 500 picograms/milliliter, and many functional medicine experts prefer levels above 800. Third is choosing a quality supplement. For D3, make sure it is D3, cholecalciferol. For K2, look specifically for the 7-Malawian-Quatches form. For B12, choose methylcobalamin or adenosylcobalamin. Let's talk about realistic time frames. Most men see some energy improvements within 2 to 4 weeks, especially with B12 if they are deficient. Energy improvements from vitamin D usually take 4 to 8 weeks. Circulation improvements usually take 4 to 12 weeks of consistent use. The cardiovascular benefits of vitamin K2 develop over months to years. Think of this as a long-term investment in your health. Look, you're not too old to feel great. You don't have to accept that decreased energy and poor circulation are inevitable. Remember, these supplements are meant to complement, not replace, a healthy lifestyle. Regular exercise, 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, stress management, and a nutritious diet provide the foundation on which these supplements are built. Small changes like adding these 4 essential vitamins to your daily routine can restore the energy, vitality, and confidence you thought had fallen behind. You deserve to feel strong, capable, and alive, no matter your age. If this information has been helpful, please thumbs up this video and subscribe to Wellness Roots Journey for more evidence-based health content. And don't forget to leave any questions or comments below. Thank you. Remember, aging doesn't mean giving up, it means making smarter choices. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.